the big plot of the episode is my dad is getting married. So he has his wedding, and with this wedding comes a lot of other things. Me and the four girls are faced with a challenge by A, and it's all individually. So we have certain tasks that we have to complete, which aren't the best things to do. So we're trying to figure out how to handle it without destroying, our friendships, our family lives, that whole thing. So yeah, I think we're just all in a bad situation. We don't really go anywhere necessarily as far as, the last episode, we're caught in a really bad situation. So it just takes off from there. And we have certain things that we have to deal with, and us not really getting along doesn't help much. And I think all of our family lives are kind of just, they'll change, definitely, after this last episode. It's great. I think it's so much fun, we get to play. You see us as such a tight-knit group, and recently we've been having our own storylines, and we're not always together all the time, which is really cool. And yeah, in season 2, the second half, we're a little bit separated for a bit. I think this whole situation has made her so much stronger. Before, when you first saw her in season 1, she was just getting over, kind of transforming herself into this new person. So I don't think she was comfortable with herself at that moment, and she kept trying to be someone that she's not. And I think as soon as this whole A thing came about, she had too much to worry about, and I think it was more of let go of what you look like, and she still cares, but she's more down to earth, and she's more accepting of everybody, and she knows that she only has limited people that she can trust, and I think it's really made a difference in her, and she is a lot stronger. She has a lot of challenges to face, and she has family issues as it is, and I think out of all the girls, I think she's progressed the most. I don't know, I hope that Kate just leaves. She just makes Hannah's life so miserable. But yeah, she's just gonna have to deal with her and all of her antics, and her trying to make her father just disown her. That's what I feel like she's doing. So she's gonna try and deal with that, and now having a new stepsister and stepmom, she's a lot on her plate. So we did a Halloween episode, a special thing for ABC Family, and it's all in a flashback. So it's before Allison disappeared, she was killed. It was before all of that. So you get to see characters like Ian and Melissa and Jenna when she could see everything. There's so many things that go on, and there's a lot of clues as to who A is and what happened to Allie that night. There's a lot of different people that come in very quickly for a short amount of time in the episode who have a big impact with the whole murder Allison situation. So it's a very good episode. It's really scary, and it can get you a lot of information.
Hannah had a weight issue.
Well, being in a fat suit is awesome, but not when it's midsummer and I'm outside and I have to wear it for a week straight, for all hours of the day. Because usually I can take it off because I'm only in it for a certain scene in an episode. But since it was all flashback, I had to wear it for 7 days, and it was hot. I was sweating the whole time. It was so gross. But I love playing that character. She's my favorite to play. I don't know. I have some people that I have in mind, but I always say that I want it to be one of the 4 girls. I think that'd just be such an interesting twist. And
so out of the 4, who do you want it to be?
I think it could be Spencer, because she's smart enough to make sure everything goes well. But yeah, I think Spencer would be a good candidate. Interesting. I think all 4 of us would probably find out together, or one of us would get a text message, or we'd have to go to a certain place and, I don't know, dig something up. I don't know. But I think all 4 of us probably find out at the same time. I think there's always going to be a possibility of a love triangle, but I think for now, Caleb and Hannah are going to be an item. But there is always Lucas, so Lucas is always going to be in the background, and we'll see what happens with that. I think so, but she always has to be careful with that kind of thing because she can trust Caleb. I know that she can trust Caleb, but there's just certain things that you don't want to tell him because you don't want him to run away. So with all this drama that she has to deal with, and just because it's kind of hard to believe that someone's torturing them and making them do certain things, I wouldn't believe it. So I think she tries to keep that as separate as possible because she finally found someone that she really loves, and she doesn't want to bother them. That could definitely be a possibility. That's the hard part, though, because I think that she really does want to tell him, and I think at some point she will. But for now, I think she's too scared to really let him know everything that's going on. I just want to see how she handles her family life. There's so many things that have changed for her now, and with her dad and that whole situation, she wants her mom and dad to get back together, and I just want to see where that all goes and how she's going to handle Kate. I want to see how the friendship of the girls progresses, and Caleb as well, because who knows if he'll move to California or not. I hope not. But, I think it'll wrap up. I think that's what everybody's trying to figure out, and I think once that's out, it'd be kind of cool just to end there. And I always thought that they should do a spin-off of Allison before everything happened, and just kind of do that deal. But yeah, I think that once it's done, I think it would wrap up. But then we said that we'd want to do a movie. But